Welcome everyone to your weekly energy update where we're looking at the week of October 2nd through October 9th. This week we have a lot going on in the planets. October 2nd, we actually have Mercury leaving its full retrograde and going into its post-shadow. So yay! It'll be in the post-shadow all the way until October 18th when it goes direct. And it is a period of reviewing. Now last week's energy update, we did already talk about the Mercury retrograde and this post-shadow period that's starting to come up. So if you want to find out what you learned around communication during this last Mercury retrograde, check out last week's video because it is going to give you information that'll last through October 18th. We also have October 8th this week. Pluto is joining the post-shadow parade, and that is a planet of like grow or die. It's the death, the rebirth, and it's the energy of transformation, like the phoenix that's rising from the ashes. That's the main energy we're going to look at for this week. Although we also have the next day on October 9th is going to be a full moon in Aries, but we'll cover more of that in next week's energy update since that will be from October 9th through the following Sunday as well. So because we're going to be looking at the Pluto post-shadow energy, Pluto retrograde was a time to reflect on what ended, what burnt down, and now we're starting to make our way up and out of those ashes. And so for this reading, we're going to ask, what does the spirit realm want us to know about our rebirth? What's this new creation that we've become? So, of course, we have readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Geminis, this is your weekly energy update. And we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Messenger Oracle. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your attention and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right. So let's see here where the Creator and Spirit would like you to know about your rebirth, about this new creation that you have become. So for all the Geminis, and actually they do want this top one right here. So that's easy breezy, and you have be without malice. Dun, dun, dun. So I'll let you see that here. Then we'll look it up and see what energy comes with this card here. Says you have been hurt, disrespected, or disappointed by others. Another has let you down or betrayed you. And it is normal and natural to experience feelings of anger, hurt, and disappointment. To feel any and all emotion is natural, but you have choices always in how you respond. You don't have to allow your hurt to become a source of infection. You can acknowledge it, learn from it and your experiences, and let the anger, hurt, and disappointment go. You don't have to allow them to inspire retaliatory acts born of malice or spite. So yeah, definitely during this time, this is this death and rebirth. I really feel during this Pluto retrograde and as you go into this post-shadow period, that you will be looking at those emotions that came up, and you've been investing energy in maintaining them. And because you don't want people to get away with what they did, but more so that you don't want anyone to be able to do it to you again, and you kind of feel like you have to maintain that defensive stance instead of just using it as knowledge and awareness, knowing that you'll never let anyone do those types of things and treat you that way continually for a long time. We'll see what else they want you to know about this too through these Earth Magic Oracle cards. So we'll get some more clarity. And, forgiveness is a dirty word, right? We're like, no, I'm not going to forgive them. Then they'll just do it again. Well, forgiveness is like drinking poison and thinking that it's going to impact someone else. It only impacts us. It only churns and causes us ulcers and dis-ease in our bodies. where look at it, you can look at it more like you're letting the wrath go around something. We'll never forget it, so we won't allow people to repeat it or, have ourselves in a cycle. We let the wrath go. We, have the sentence commuted and go, you know what? I've learned through it and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to invest energy in it anymore. So let's see what else here, though. For our Geminis, what else would you like them to know around this energy? Okay, you want that one here. You've got the Green Man in Synergy. Okay, so put this down here. And let's see what message the Green Man brings you. So Green Man is Earth's vegetation personified. Although he has many variations, this card depicts a more subtle and embedded representation. In other portrayals, he resembles the face of a man covered in green foliage as branches and vines sprout from every direction. There exists some form of Green Man throughout history and in a myriad of cultures throughout the world. Often a symbol for the rebirth of life in springtime. Rebirth? No way. He's also been associated with the Lord of the Wildwood. As a representation or representative of the plant kingdom, Green Man reminds us of the incredible synergy required for Gaia to maintain her delicate and dynamic balance among the various beings on the planet. Synergy is the interaction and cooperation of two or more elements that produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate efforts. We witness this in the complex and cooperative interaction between plants and humans and animals. For instance, fruit trees propagate by being eaten by an animal and then deposits back into the earth after digestion. As a new plant grows, bees pollinate the flowers and the cycle begins once again in nature's simple yet remarkable synergy. You have the advantage of an incredible synergy at this time. A flow of life is guiding you, where things just seem to fall into place as you move about your business. You are in a mutually cooperative interaction with Spirit, as your will is aligned with the will of Spirit, and your mission is congruent with your sense of purpose. When this is happening, there is synergy, a way that your life force is continually coming into balance with the forces of nature. There is always a synergy between your spiritual awareness and your personal self or ego. Be aware of the various idiosyncrasies of your ego and do not take any of them too seriously. Know that your higher self is always looking out for your best interests. In this cycle, tune in to that guidance, however it shows up, and you will find that you move through life with greater ease due to a synergistic balance of forces expressing themselves as you. So love that. This great combination between the two. Basically, it's saying that this situations, everything that you've gone through is part of the whole process of life. And that with the release and with all this, whatever happened coming forward, it's because your higher self wanted to bring it to your attention because it's time. It's almost like seasons almost, where it's time for things to fall to the ground and deteriorate to make room for new growth coming around in spring. We're also going to use these runic tarot to see what else they have to say for you. So let's give these a shuffle. One more time. All right, so for our Geminis, what else would you like them to know about, please? Okay, I do want this one, this one, this one. And then they want the bottom one for something that is unknown. And we'll leave it this way so I remember that. Let me just scooch these over. And we'll start with this one over here, which this one you have is the Four of Swords. Yeah, it is the Four of Swords. I love the way they uniquely have these cards here. So the Four of Swords is about peace of mind. And the Four of Swords traditionally will have 3 swords on the wall, and then they're sleeping on 1 sword. And what that represents, the 3 swords on the wall, are expectations. The old ways of looking at things, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, all those opinions of the outside world, right? But they're being burnt out here in that boat. They're leaving them behind, those expectations, because they were always disappointing. Thinking that this, is supposed to be in the outside world. This person's supposed to act this way. This is what's supposed to happen. All of that leads to disappointment, but that Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which is rooted in unconditional love. It allows you to see things from a different perspective instead of from a place of fear of losing conditional love that would bring up that malice. It is having you rooted in this unconditional love, and it brings more compassion and understanding into life. So 4s are a very solid number. Think of like a huge table with 4 huge legs, very stable energy. And that's where that peace of mind or stability in your thoughts and beliefs comes in. Let's see what else they have here too. Yep. So you have the Queen of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion. And not only is she a very powerful energy, which represents your energy, this is showing that you can super focus it and get stuff done. You walk into a room and you brighten it up, but you also have this wonderful ability to connect to the heavenly realms, the spiritual realms, and you just have this really finely tuned instinct and intuition to where you don't feel like you're taking a risk. Just a situation comes up and in your gut, you know which is the right way to go. That is for the highest experience for you, because you have the connection to the eye in the sky, which you trust, and you've built that trust over time. So I kind of feel like with all this going on here, they are instructing you to trust your intuition and trust your gut as you go through this, knowing that you hold the power. In fact, this almost looks like the Queen of Wands here, where she's holding her Ace of Wands. So, it's like you move from this to that, right? For something that's hooded and shielded and feels fearful and defensive to someone who's standing in their power instead. So I love that. And then you have the King of Cups. You have both the divine masculine, divine feminine energy present here. And the King of Cups brings in a wonderful balance between the cups, which are emotions, and the air element, because all kings are also given a portion of air, which is the mind. And so you have this beautiful balance coming in between heart and mind, and knowing that when you make decisions totally out of the mind, it's usually not very fun. It's just all logical. Also, when you make decisions strictly out of emotion, then that tends not to fare too well either, because we're making emotional decisions and we're not thinking things through. So there's this wonderful balancing energy that's coming in here, like that synergy, right? Like you understand that you have these emotions of how you felt when something happened, but then in your mind also you have that balancing going, you know what, this is only hurting me. I will remember it. I won't let them do it to me again, but I'm not going to let them steal any more of my energy away. Or really, a more accurate way of saying that is, I will no longer be giving away my energy for that, because no one can take my energy. I only can give it away by investing my focus on something. And then you have the Tower. Yeah, so you're definitely ready for something to be removed out of your life for you to make room for the new. I like how they have this as a fire-breathing dragon that's burning down this old home. And it's like you were living in this condemned house, which makes sense with this malice. It's such an infected house that is falling apart. There's holes in the roof, a wall's falling down. There's, the floor is collapsing. The gas is leaking. The water's not working. And, there's roaches everywhere and mice and rats. And you're just like, no, but it's my house. I like this malice house, this malice mansion. And they're like, it's time. And then the dragon comes and burns down the house. The insurance company comes and rebuilds you a whole new home, updated, more in alignment with where you're wanting to head in your life. So you do have this ending to this situation to allow room for that new beginning that is in more alignment with where you want to head. And then we were looking at this. This is what is hidden that you didn't know what's going on here. Yeah, Page of Cups. You have a higher love that's been bubbling up within you. And that is the King of Cups has the Ace of Cups in his hand, which is the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. It's the same thing that she has here. And this is like you've experienced love and you've even experienced spiritual love, but you're taking it to a new level. This is what's bubbling on and what's going on behind the scenes where this is taking you. It's taking you to this higher place, to where you're really grasping the unconditional love from the higher realms, a love that you cannot lose because it has no conditions to be able to lose it, and nothing you can do to gain more of it because you have 100% of it already. So there is this grasping and this understanding of this new higher level of emotion, this new higher level of love that you're so desiring to know more about and to embark. And, that's what this tower is, burning away the old ways of thinking, the old ways of conditional love, the fear of losing a conditional love, and opening you up to this higher unconditional love. And then we're going to pull your final card here. It's from the Art of Manifestation Oracle. And we're just going to see what the final message that Creator and Spirit have for you for this reading today. Okay. They don't want those. Let's try that again. There we go. A little better. These cards are made out of wonderful hard stock, which means they'll last forever. All right. So what else would you like our Geminis to know? What's your final message for them for this reading, please? Okay. I really feel like it's this one right here. There we go. And you have self-care. Beautiful. That's what we're talking about, right? Do this for you. It says self-care is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of consciousness. This card invites you to prioritize your own self-care. This may feel selfish to you, but in truth, when you attend to your own needs with love and care, you create an inner wealth that radiates into the world, impacting positively on all that you come into contact with. Yeah, so definitely they're reiterating that all this is for you. It's not letting someone else off the hook or all about them. This is for your health, to get rid of the dis-ease, to put you more at ease, knowing that you'll never forget. You're not a creature that forgets, but you're letting the wrath go. You're having that compassion flow both for yourself, filling you up and overflowing out to others. So I do love this freedom and release that's coming here for you, Geminis. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get a notification immediately when they're available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. Also, clicking the subscribe button will give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there'll be an option for all. If you click on there, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things, it does help spread the Zen love. And it also helps my channel grow in just very important ways, because when you like or share a video, if you comment on one of my videos, if you subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, happy, excited. It wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know that I am very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all of my recorded personal readings actually are also on a sliding price scale, which means for each of the types of recorded personal readings I offer, you have a choice between 3 different price points, and you can choose whichever one is in more alignment with your budget at the time. So if you're interested in any of that, all of that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, Geminis, as you go through this amazing release, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week, and I'll be talking with you very soon, I'm sure. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.